Hello, friends and artists. Mrs. Gordon here. I am so happy to see you. Um, so, this week we are going to continue our study of pop art, right? And last week we learned a little bit more about what pop art is. It was an art style that became very popular in the 60s because it brought art to the people. It made art about things that were relevant to everybody, not just a few very elite people. And it used bright colors and things that we were used to seeing, things that were popular images like icons like movie stars, um, or commercial things like Campbell's soup. And we took a look at the art of Mr. Andy Warhol, and we created soup cans inspired by Andy Warhol. I'm so excited to see what you did with that. Today, I want to introduce you to an artist who was new to me. Her name is Sister Mary Corita Kent. And you just watched a little video about her. And I am just so inspired by her. I think her whole way of thinking was just amazing. And she also did things that other artists of the pop era did. She made art inspired by commercials, like or popular items. Like so, instead of Campbell's soup, she used Wonder Bread, and then she made a little message that was relevant to her and sun-kissed drinks, and then the G from General Foods, and the big G stands for goodness. And then she usually had a kind of a message related to what was important to her. See, I'm just having trouble getting to the next slide. There we go. So here she is again, and she would also sometimes make art inspired by famous people, and in this case, the Beatles, the famous music group, the Beatles. And she used one of their lyrics, "Love is here to stay, and that's enough." And she always like picked something out that she felt like brought her joy and would bring joy to others, and she wanted things to be beautiful. So she might have taken Look was a magazine at the time. She might have cut out something from a magazine and then did her own super bright colors and her own lettering. So this goes back to our little January art theme, which was lettering. And then finally, when she moved away from being a nun, and she just kind of got into spreading this important message to her, which was that that love is so important, and that I love you very much, and love is hard work, and she wanted people to hear that they were loved, and that's so important. So today, friends, you're going to make a piece of art inspired by Sister Mary Corita Kent. And let's see here. So I pulled out a few inspirations for myself, things that I was kind of inspired by by Corita Kent's work. And I do too really love the Beatles. So I pulled out a lyric from the Beatles from Mr. John Lennon. I get by with a little help from my friends. I pulled some popular advertising slogans, like the General Mills slogan that she used about the goodness, the G is for goodness. Um, I pulled out Share a Coke with a Friend and Nike's Just Do It. And then also, my inspiration for this is kind of her inspiration of using bright colors and rainbows and things that inspired love. So let me show you what I created. I created two pieces, and I hope that inspires you to create your piece too. Hold on, let me get out of here. All right. So share my work with you. So the first one I created was a poster, also from a Beatles lyric, like I said, with a little help from my friends. And so I thought about that, and I thought, well, when you're having a sad day, your friend can be the sunshine in your day. So I added my lyric here. And what I might add is a little let's see, I'll add the name of the person. Okay, so I added John Lennon's name in there because he was the one who wrote these lyrics. And so then I wrote, and if you think back to what we did with lettering, I kind of changed the thickness of some of my letters in some places. And I said, with a little help from my friends. And then I drew in some hands. And I also thought that our dog friends or our pet friends can be very helpful to making our days more happy and sunny. And then I drew a sunshine behind it and added lots of nice colors. I drew it first with pencil, and then I went over my lines with marker to really make it stand out. And then I used bright colored crayons to color it in. So you might choose to be inspired by a lyric of a musician or somebody that you listen to. Maybe there's a lyric that really stands with you and it makes you feel good, and that if you shared it in a fun way, that it might make other people happy too. The other one that I did was based upon Nike, and then I kind of incorporated love in it too. So I wrote a big love with a pencil, and then I went over it with a marker, and I lettered love in the middle, Love, and I made it nice and bold and made my letters nice and thick shapes instead of lines. I added the swoosh just kind of behind it, just to kind of give an idea to it. And then I added that very famous advertising slogan, just do it, just love people, just spread some love out there. And then I colored in the back, I colored in love and the swoosh, and I colored in the background with some rainbow colors. So, friends, this week you are tasked, my challenge to you is to make a piece of art inspired by Sister Mary Corita Kent. Maybe you want to use a lyric that's important to you. Maybe you want to use like something you've seen in advertisement for like a product that you're like, wow, that could be a message that could be so very important, like just do it, or something else. Maybe it's, trying to think of maybe it's the, share a Coke and a smile, or share a smile, right? So important. And you could make a message about something that's important to you. Maybe it's important to you to make a message about how to be healthy, or about how to be kind, or about how to help people if they're feeling sad. These are some important messages that you could put out there and add some pictures to it and add some bright colors like the pop artists, and make somebody's day a little bit brighter. So friends, I hope I've made your day a little bit brighter. You always make my day brighter. And I can't wait till I can see you again in person. And I hope you have an awesome day. Happy art making, friends.